next, do you like the teapots down here on either side of the stage? The person who's responsible for that is our next speaker. I want to welcome from Randolph Tea, Janet Spainhour. Come on, Janet.
It's been just over 3 years now since the Randolph Tea Party came into being, 4 years for others. When we initially started, there was an energy and a fervor among the conservatives in our country to make a loud statement to our county, state, and our country leaders. People were quickly realizing the gravity of the mistake made in 2008 and the abysmal direction of where our country was now headed economically, legally, and socially, and we were anxious to do something about it. Fast forward 3 years, and it would appear that the energy level has dissipated for some. Perhaps that's because of our best efforts were still not enough to prevent the tragedy of America repeating the same mistake in 2012. However, it would be a huge mistake to overlook the tremendous ground that the American Tea Party movement has made in influencing our government. Many states went from blue to red, including our own. Many states have replaced liberal Democrat governors with conservative Republicans. Even Democrats admit that these significant strides were due to, in large part, to the Tea Party movement. That said, there's no doubt that we have a long way to go. The struggle continues, not only in a national level, but right here in our own counties and in our state. The changes we seek in our government don't start in Washington, D.C., they start right here at home. Although we have Republicans firmly in place here in our counties and state, no guarantee that we have conservative ones. Shame on us if we haven't learned that we can't rely on an R next to a name to ensure that conservative principles are followed. This is evidenced by recent events in our own county and in our state. That's the majority of citizens clearly don't want, and the raising of property taxes and payment for irresponsible expenditures. With limited voices of resistance, they press on, ignoring the sentiments of the people. So where are those voices? Where are the voices? It seems that many have returned to the complacency and apathy that led us to requiring a movement like the Tea Party in the first place. We're losing the momentum that we once had, and should this continue, we'll not only lose the ground game that we have done in just 3 short years, but soon become a muted voice of the people. We're all guilty of complacency at times, but the complacency comes at a price. If the people of Randolph County and of our state don't regain the fire in the belly from just a couple of years ago, stand up, come together, and speak to our government with one loud voice, then we'll have only ourselves to blame as we watch our liberty erode right before our eyes here in our own front yard. Remember, we are the last front, the only voice left to speak, solely for the liberty of the American public, serving no other interest of ulterior motives. The continuation of the American Tea Party movement is absolutely essential to the future of this great nation, and we need you and Almighty God to make sure it continues here in our state. We ask that you please value our organization and the other Tea Party movements and realize just how important this is in our daily lives. These 2 hands cannot make the difference. All of our hands can't make a difference, but with God's hand, we can.
Thank you, Janet.